Hello and welcome! I'm Norvegicus and this is my Let's Play of Mardek. This will be, if my counting is up to snuff, episode 10 of our Let's Play. It's already been 10 episodes, can you believe that? So we are now in the Sun Temple. We are in the very same spot we left off last time because I'm recording this back to back because I think this game is fun to play. So I want to record another video. So let's go and explore the rest of this room right here. There is a door or a stairway to the next room there, but we want to see what's in this room first because there are more chests. I believe there are 5 more. So we gotta go and find them because we can find some very, very important loot. Maybe we find more amethysts or other gemstones or stuff like that. So, you know, very important to find every chest. I'm gonna start doing all the battles as well because it's good for the experience, mainly for Charlotte and Donovan because Mardek doesn't need it. And that's the last priest, actually. Finally, I've been waiting for someone to come and find me for ages. Thought they'd just forgotten about me. How do you plan to get me out of here? Oh, a warp stone. That's reasonable. Hand it to me, if you will, and I shall promptly use it to escape this place. Thank you, and farewell. I'm not really sure if he was grateful or not. He seemed a little bit annoyed. Or is it just me? Okay, this place looks like a maze. But we found a phoenix down. Okay, Mari can have that. We have more than enough of those right now. I'm hoping not to use a lot of them, but I'm pretty sure we are gonna have to. That's a red gem. So that probably opened up a red door somewhere that we haven't found yet, but we probably will. Looks like there is a way down here, so we have to go all the way around and down here. That's where we started off, so yeah. Maybe the door was here somewhere. I'm not really sure. I'll just go that way and just edit out the heat walking. These are cacti. It's supposed to be a cactus of some description with yellow flowers. Don't they usually have yellow flowers? I don't really have cacti in Norway, so I don't know. Oh, this guy. Yeah, revenants are very important to kill because they are worth a lot of experience. And they're also very easy to take down because they can't actually get a turn to attack before you kill them. We already got so many sun axes that, yeah, sometimes it's hard to get them, other times it's very easy. I think this is a boss chest. It was. So we have more blood lizards. Right, what do we get from this chest? We get an iron spear. Okay, that's a new weapon for Charla and Donovan. So the problem now is that they both can use this. As you can see, it gives remove numbness to Donovan, so you can remove numbness. And Charla can get null air once, which makes it so that you can be attacked by an air attack, either physical or magical once, and don't take any damage from it, which is a very, very good skill actually. And also remove paralysis, which is also good to remove paralysis, as you might think. Other than that, it's not very useful, but it is more attack, but it doesn't really matter. The good thing about these Ember and Wing Spears is that they empower fire and empower air, so these are actually better when it comes to attacking, but we need this Iron Spear to learn these new skills. So I think I'm gonna give this to Donovan first. I think you only need to use remove numbness and remove paralysis 5 times. And then null air once, maybe 10 times, I can't remember. Let's give it to Donovan first. Doesn't really matter, I'm gonna give him back the Ember Spear afterwards anyway. Because they are better, as I said. Let's see how many times you have to use it. 5 times, yes. Okay, so he has a new skill now, that's about time. And Charlotte is gonna learn 2 new skills, and that makes her have 4. I don't know why he has less or fewer skills than she does. Really cold water, that can help us out with the blood lizards that are fire, so that will help a little bit. So is that everything we can do here now? Yes. The rest of the room isn't connected to the area we're in, so we have to go back here. Might as well heal by the crystal as well, because it's so close, you know? Alright, so we got into this battle with this temperance. It's an air temperance, not that it really matters. So I took the opportunity and now I'm going to master remove numbness so that I have that on Donovan. It only costs 2 mana to cast, so it's a very cheap spell, which is very good. Let's just kill Temperance, and there we go. So now we can give the Iron Spear to Charla instead, and give Donovan back the Ember Spear, because that is way better for fire attacking. Just wanted to teach him the skill. So there we go. Now she can use remove paralysis 5 times and null air once 10 times, right? Which is going to be very useful for a battle coming up later in this temple, actually. Alright, there we go. Now I can finally move on. And yes, this is what I'm talking about. So this chest has a kind of a mini-boss, I'd say. So I want to do something for that. I want to give Charla... Wait, where is it? There it is. I want to give Charla the air pendant, because the creature we're going to meet right now is an air elemental creature that does significant damage with air elemental magic. So I want to make sure that she is healed off of those instead of taking damage. Yes. So this is the only problem though. I can't have the air on at the same time as everything else here. But maybe if I just take all of these off and then do this and then have this as well. I can do one battle without the M damage minus 30%. She's gonna keep that anyway. The other two don't have the M air. No, that's fine though. And it's a Griffin. It usually goes for Thunderstorm. Look at the damage on that. So she heals, so it's fine. So this is where the Null Air once is a very, very good skill to have. Because I can cast it on everyone, and now everyone is immune to 1 damage of air attacks. So that's very, very good. Not if I heal them with Charlotte, that doesn't count, of course. Let's flame him, because he's weak against fire, obviously, as an air elemental creature. And it also heals off of air, so don't use that. Don't really have anything other than Charlotte, though. I could probably give regen to everyone. You to him first. There we go. Another lightning bolt. Yeah, she doesn't really need the null air once thingy. Let's just use remove paralysis just to teach the skill over time. Why not? She can't attack it, so Donovan can do significant damage to it. So can Mardek as well, but he needs to be a supporter first. All right. There we go. Now she can cast it again. So now we were basically immune to that every time. Yeah, very, very good skill to have, that null air once. I love that skill. So I think after a while, when the Griffin has lost a lot of its HP, it's going to cast haste. But I think that's only after it's lost about half of its health. So, you know. Not a concern yet. Level 14 for Donovan, very, very good. I can attack it now with Mardek. Let's go. Yeah, now it casts haste. So now it's gonna attack it twice. And it got Solar Flare as well. Wow, okay. Yeah, everyone has null air once, so let's just go remove paralysis. You can go flame. Boom. And now Mardek can attack it and do some damage. There's a lot of damage. It's gonna die next turn. Thunderstorm. And then Thunderstorm again. Ooh, I missed the button. Fuck me. Yeah. Okay, just use that just to teach the skill or master the skill over time. I wish Charlotte could kill it, but she can't because, you know, air. Don't miss, Mardek. Don't miss. Thank you. Level 14 for Charlotte. Very, very good. That means they have more RP now as well. Very good. And this is what is going to help us with Mardek's speed problems. The Boots of Celerity. Very, very good item. It gives plus 10 agility. Also Griffin Feather, that's for crafting or, you know. And then Speedy Juice, which is a potion that gives you haste. And we're gonna get a few of those during the playthrough, and they are very good for boss battles in particular. But the boots here, very, very good. It also gives agility boost to Charlotte as a new skill. So I might as well give that to her first so that she can teach that or learn that. It's gonna... Wait, see how many times she has to use it? 10 times. Okay, so that obviously boosts your speed in battle. Only temporarily, though. The boots themselves give you plus 10 agility, so that's gonna give Mardek a lot of speed. So this is gonna be a very, very fast character, actually, from wearing those boots. But I will give that to Charlotte first. And it can also give you agility +2. Do I want to give that to Charla? Because it's gonna take 30 battles. That's gonna take a while. You know what? Yeah, maybe I do actually want to do that. Why not? Alright, so we got into battle with another Temperance. This time it's an Earth Elemental one. And I took the opportunity to master both Null Air once and remove paralysis on Charlotte. So now she's mastered both of them. So now she can finally get her Wing Spear back for some extra damage on her air attacks. Which is pretty nice, you know. There we go. Now nobody has the use of this anymore. Maybe I can even sell it. But I'm just gonna keep it for now. Just because. I can just sell it later if I need to. Alright, we are ready to move on. We are now very, very close to finishing off the Sun Temple, actually. There's much left of it. But there's a little bit left. So we're gonna finish the Sun Temple today, definitely. So now we're gonna get into here and I'm gonna meet some more character. Oh look, Scalies! Reptoid A. Are you... Okay, so they're supposed to be like lizard people and they're supposed to have like long S's like a snake. I'm not gonna do that because it's annoying to listen to, so I'm just gonna read it like regularly. Are you sure we're not going too far up, sir? Should not we be going down? That is where we were told the intruder went. And then we have Reptoid B. Yes, sir, that is where we were told it went, but everyone is going to be looking down there. We'll be the only ones looking up here, and if we find that it is actually here that is retreated to, and think of the honor we would have to ourselves. That does not make much sense, you know, sir. Everyone else is going down because so many signs point to that being where it went and where it remains. Yes, but, sir, there is less danger this way then. I don't know about you, but I don't think it would be any match for this intruder were we to encounter it, and I do not want to die. I understand what you mean. It was clearly powerful enough to assumedly summon all of these dark monsters, but let us just wander around at least, so then it seems we're doing something. Schlut. Is it? Well, gasp, lizards, who are also men. Are they monsters? Wait, Mardek, hold a minute. Maybe we should... Ah! Blast. My ally might have fled, but I am a creature of honor. I shall vanquish you, dark intruders, for the sake of my people. On guard! Okay, so we get into a battle with this Reptoid warrior right here. Very interesting. He's the same level... No, he's actually lower level than Charlotte and Donovan. He is weak against air and a little bit of resistance to earth, as he is earth himself. That means Lightning Bolt's gonna do some damage to him. Okay, he's pretty fast too, at least compared to Mardek. He does a little bit of damage, alright, and then let Charla finish him off, because she is the one with the least experience right now. There we go. And it just falls on his ass. Very easy battle, that. Okay, better potion. Okay, he's just, you know, disintegrating. Let's just heal with Mardek, because I don't think there are any more crystals before the next major battle here. Alright, let's continue. Any chests here? Yes, 2 more. So now we're actually on this side of the map, because we were here earlier. Maybe we can get some of the chests down here then. Maybe. Yeah, it does loop around. Everything's like glowing and stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh, another boss chest, so that means more blood lizards. Let's see what this chest gives us from defeating the blood lizards. Bronze armor, that's a good armor for you, and a fire opal, which we don't need, but the bronze armor is very, very good. For Mardek, it is a heavy armor with 6 defense. That's the only skill, but it also teaches us a morality block, and morality block is the same as Null Air once, only for dark and light attacks. So now Mardek can actually use that to block both light and dark attacks. I think I'm gonna give him the Trilobite armor after that, actually, because it gives us HP, which is better than just 6 defense, I think. Alright, let's continue. Maybe we will find a crystal then. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so this is actually an interesting battle to use morality block, because he can only hit us with light attacks, because his axe is light. So if I do this, now they're immune to both light and dark. So no matter what he does now, he can't actually do anything to us. So we might as well just agility boost and teach that as well. Why not? Let me see how much damage it does. Absolutely nothing. Awesome. So now we're immune to that shit. Okay, so unfortunately, Mardek didn't have enough mana to do the last morality blocks. He's one away from actually mastering it. I think Charla needs 2 more agility boosts, but I'll just let Donovan destroy him right now, and they can just work on that skill later. That's a bummer. I was hoping to master both of them this battle, but you know, that's just how it is. And then when you can do this, that is a blue one, so we probably opened another one of those doors that we haven't even seen yet, but if we skipped it, we would have come to a door probably that was locked. So we are very, very low on mana right now, but there is a crystal right here, which is very convenient. Awesome. Can save here, and we are back with mana. Let's get the rest of the chests, though. Looks like there is another pedestal over here, which is purple. There we go. The purple one is now enabled. So maybe all the doors were keeping us away from this chest. And there's a yellow one right there, so we need to get that one first, I think. Alright, got into a fight and mastered both agility boost and morality block. Good, good. Let's go heal. So that is just a door, is it? That means there's probably... Yeah, the yellow one is over there, so we have to go that way to find the way further. So that's probably why we have to go here in the first place. So there's a chest over there too. So get that. Topaz, we already have like 5 of those because we get them from loots as well, or loot drops. Let's go and see what the yellow door was keeping from us. Should we heal before we do that? Because I think there's a battle. No, we didn't lose any health. We lost a little bit of mana, but that's fine. Okay, so there is a major battle coming up right here. Let's go. The Reptoids are back. There they are, Chieftain. These are the intruders who are spawning the dark monsters and upsetting the balance. Then let us end them. Oh shit, right into a boss battle. Look at that guy with the huge ass axe right there. He is called Slank. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's got a ring of strength. He's also got a bronze armor. Speaking of which, I forgot to give the trilobite armor back to Mardek, but okay. And he's weak to air and resistance to earth, same as his warriors right here. So 2 warriors and Slank. Should probably take care of Slank first. Let's agility boost Mardek, so that he is gonna attack next, because we need to shield especially Charla, because she's pretty weak when it comes to defense. And then flame Slank. There we go. Yep, they attack her, that's what I thought. They also attack him, but they miss, okay? And what do you do? You're gonna flame. Okay, so they can't fire breath. That's fine. Okay, let's go for a lightning bolt. And then go for shield on Donovan. There we go. We don't want to lose anyone this battle. Or any battle, for that matter. Slank is already very, very low, but he's probably gonna get a potion. Maybe? No? Okay, they usually give potions to Slank if he's low, but I guess they didn't bother this time. Level 15! Wow, that was very, very good. I didn't know she was that close. Alright, let's just attack these guys. They aren't very strong when they are alone. There you go. Let Donovan finish these guys off, because he needs the experience the most now. Yeah, not attack him. Flame that guy. He's probably going to survive with a little bit. And then he uses a better potion of himself. Wow. Oh. Okay, he didn't care about his boss, but he cared about himself, huh? There we go. The last Reptoid warrior goes down. Phoenix Pinion. You don't have any. Wow. And then we have a better potion. Alright. You are truly powerful warriors. A grim fate awaits the world with you being successful like this. But this is the way things have become. End me now, warrior sir. Give me an honorable death at least. Tis but a simple request. Hey, hey! Wait just a minute here. There's some kind of huge misunderstanding here. You are Reptoids, right? Why did you attack us just then? You are strangers in this temple. You have been filling it with dark beasts somehow. These beasts threaten our homes and kill our prey and kin alike. We came to cleanse. Ah, now I understand. See, We're not any kind of dark intruders. We're also here to get rid of some kind of evil presence in this temple, which is probably that. We're on your side. But you have slain at least 3 of my warriors. We did, but only in self-defense. We didn't really have much of a choice. I'm so deeply sorry. It won't happen again. Yes, Charlotte? You have something to add? Yes, why don't we work together, Mr. Reptoid? You're trying to stop the evil bad guy, and so are we, so, if we work together, we can do that faster and better. Work with humans? Normally I would never consider it, but this situation seems beyond my control. We have never experienced anything like this, like these hordes of dark monsters before. I'm retreating to my village now. If you are truly pure of heart and wish to help, then you will find me there. Then, we can then discuss things further. Further, that's hard to say. Chief, why are you just leaving us here to die? Just because we're defeated in combat doesn't mean we're dead forever. Wah! And then he just says nothing. This floor tastes disgusting. Alright, so they're just pretending to be dead. They're actually not dead. I see. Right, so this is the room with the warding stone. Now, if we put the warding stone in place, all the monsters in the temple are going to disappear, which means some of the enemies in the game are never going to be able to be encountered again, like the Revenant and stuff like that. So I'm just going to make sure that I have everything in the temple registered in the encyclopedia. Now, you can see there's a gap here, and this is actually very misleading, because this gap, I've thought that was a gap in the Sun Temple many times before in the past, but it's actually because of a creature that I can meet later that is actually not in the temple. So I don't know why this entry is here, between the Topaz and the Moonstone, but it is a gemstone, but you can't actually find that gemstone in the Sun Temple. So we have actually found everything, because the Reptoid Warriors are the last ones. Put the warding stone in place. Warding stone pedestal. It's a pedestal of some sort. It's probably where the warding stone's supposed to go, based on the name at the top of the dialogue box, don't you think? Replace the warding stone. Unsurprisingly, it fits. The glyphs on the floor light up, and you feel a shift in the energies in the room. The whole atmosphere seems to change, from one of mild dread and uneasiness to one of calm pleasantness. You almost think you can smell a fragrant perfume too. You may want to report this to Shamash when you have the chance. Yes, so indeed, the dark figure that has been going around in this temple has definitely stolen the old warding stone. And then we can continue to this place. Yes, this is a desert. So now we're gonna go and meet the Reptoids in their village. There are no chests in this place, but there are new enemies here. And old enemies as well, like the Lupazer. Level 15 for Donovan, even though he didn't kill it. Just 1 HP left. Right, let's go. Let's hope to meet some new enemies, because there are new enemies in this desert. And this is where the entrance that I was talking about, or the entry, I mean, in the encyclopedia that was missing is from. But the desert, that part of the desert at least, is very, very short. Now we are in the Reptoid village, as it seems. And this place has shops and everything we need. Hello there. Are you from the Sun Temple above, humans? The priests there speak as if we are intruders in their sacred land, but we were here long before they arrived. We never bothered them anyway, but still they hate us. Wow, must be really bad to be hated like that. So this guy, or this place, is a shop. You can buy stuff here. You can also buy another iron spear if you want to have one for both, but we don't. You can also buy a Santusian scimitar. And that's good for Mardek. Can give him critical plus 20%, so higher chance of critical hits. It's slightly better than the champion sword, actually. You can see it also gives +1 strength, so I'm gonna give that to Mardek. I'm not gonna sell the champion sword, obviously, because we can still use that later against dark elemental creatures. I'm also gonna do this and keep the bronze armor for now. I'm gonna sell the sun axes. I have kept one in the back, and then sell the rest of them. I can buy them back if I want to, but there's literally no reason. Reinforced leather, I think I have one of those already, but it just gives damage soak 20, which is the same as the spiked leather armor. Yes, Iron Axe can't use that, so nothing else of value here, but at least we got to sell the leftover axes we had. We have a crystal right here. Okay, nice. Hello there. My business is booming. That save crystal over there can heal all ailments in a flash of light, so I just did away with sleeping rooms entirely. And it's free too, so loads of people come all the time. Wow, this is the high life for me. Surely I shall become a millionaire soon. But the save crystal is free to use. You aren't earning any money. What? Yeah, that realization right there. Alright, so I'm not going to talk to every reptoid in the village. I will, but I will keep it or put it at the end of the video for your pleasure if you're interested in that. But this particular place is very, very useful. This is a blacksmith. I'm a blacksmith. I can forge equipment for you if you bring me the right components. Yes, so this is where crafting, or one of the instances where crafting becomes very, very useful. So he has a very huge variety of items, and some of these items can only be found here in the blacksmith, like the steel stole, for example, or the astral wanderer's garb, or the mithril plate mail, which is arguably the best armor in the game for Mardek, and also the golden M helm, which is only for Mardek. I think he's the only one who can use it. Yes, only usable by Mardek. So there are some very, very good items here. Unfortunately, we can't craft any of them yet. We don't have the components. Some of these require very rare components. But I will definitely write down on a note what I need and then look for those components and go back here and craft the things whenever we have the chance. Like the rune shield and the glyph shield are very good for Mardek. Spell resist 30%, which gives immunity to spells entirely. It's like evasion for spells, basically. Very, very good. Alright, so now I've written down every component that I need and how many of each. So during the playthrough, I'm going to craft the steel stole, which you can see here. I'm going to craft the skull helm, the golden M helm, the astral wanderer's garb, the mithril plate mail, the rune shield plus, the glyph shield, the shield of light, and the shield of darkness. Not necessarily in that order, or definitely not in that order. So we're gonna get those as soon as we have the components. But yeah, very, very important thing about chapter 3, to craft these things with a blacksmith. Now, that's a potion shop, I believe. Let's see if he has anything useful for us. Welcome, sir, welcome. You're not from around here, but this does not bother me. I have a request, actually, or I can just sell you items if that's the only reason you're here. Okay, so we actually have a side quest here. Well, what's up? You see, I specialize in making a particular kind of ointment from the sand fruit in the Sandflow caves, but I have run out of sand fruit with which to make it. The one who usually acquires it for me is caught up in this palaver with the intruder at the moment, you see, sir. If you could find and bring me a lovely juicy sand fruit, I will give you some of the ointment free of charge. Now, are you interested in my wares? Okay, so we got a side quest to find a sand fruit right here. And this guy, this is a very special character. This is Gope, the bandit that we saved back in chapter 2 in the gem mines. Hey, I know you. Even in that armor, I recognize you somehow. You're the one who spared my life. And look, we are indeed meeting again. You might not recognize me, what without my bandit cowl and all, but it's me, Gope, the one from the gem mines who didn't kill Mr. Sir Mardek. And look, I've given up my life of being a bloody bandit, just like I said. Now I'm making an honest, fair living as a trader, a merchant, a traveling merchant. I never saw much of the world other than murky caves when I were a bandit, so now I'm trying to go to as many obscure places as I can. Maybe we'll see each other around in strange places, eh? I can be useful if there ain't any other shops around, and I'll hold on to any wares you sell me too, carrying them around wherever I go. Want to see my wares, friend? Yes, so he's gonna be around in the game from time to time. You can meet him and sell and buy things. He has the same things every time, but he has some useful items like the bottle of acids and stuff like that. He also carries emerald and sapphire bangles, which are very good held items, but they cost a lot. Look at the price, 25,000 each. And we will get those from loot anyway, so, you know, they're very good, but not worth buying at the moment, because we need the money for something else, unfortunately. But Gope, nice to see you. I'm gonna see you a lot. I'm gonna probably sell you stuff when I don't have anyone else to sell to. Yes, let's go in here. This is a warp back to the Sun Temple, so you can go back and forth between the Reptoid Village and the Sun Temple. What do you have to say for yourself? The portal on the left reactivated itself. but the one on the right is still down. I can't even remember where it leads either. Oh, the one on the left leads to some lizard village or something though. It used to be used by the lizard men for trading and talking with us priests, but we don't use it much anymore since they hate people now for some reason, which I really can't blame them for. It's a two-way thing anyway, so if you have business in Lizardland, you can just pop there with the portal, then pop back using their portal when you're done there. When you're done, right? Right. So now we can actually finish the mission we were sent out to do, and also talk to the priest who sent us on the side quest as well. So let's go talk to Shamash, I think his name was. Well, we solved the problem. You did? The dark monsters seem to be calming down a bit and dissipating, so I take your word for that. Well done, knights. I knew we could count on you. As for your reward, there is your payment of 5,000 gold, of course, but I'd also like you to take this. It may be of use to you in the future. You will always be welcome here, Royal Knights of Gosnor. May you go with the blessings of Solak. Thank you, and he gives us a new armor, which is good for Mardek, as usually. With 9 defense, as well as more spirit, empowers light, resisting air, and resisting curse. Very, very good. The Solakian plate mail. And it also gives us morality block, even though we already have that. And also minus 50% for light attacks, physical, that is. So let's give that in place of the Trilobite armor. I mean, Trilobite armor is good, gives 5 defense and more HP, but the Solakian plate mail is definitely better. Can we put that skill on Mardek also? I forgot about the critical thing. Let's give that in place of the Quarry Undead, because we're not going to meet Undead in a little bit. And then, alright, so I need to do this, I think. Yes, that is probably the best thing to do. So now we can take less damage from physical light attacks whenever we need that. Oh, clarity is almost done. Nice. Alright, let's also talk to the side quest priest thing. Great, you found them all! I said I'd reward you if you did, so here you go. Have this nice pretty amulet with our generic stylized sun symbol on it. You can show it off to all your friends and probably ask, what on Belfast is that gaudy thing? Actually, since I feel a mere trinket is not enough and I feel like I should be a better person out of fear of my deity, I have another reward for you too. It's a strange orb that I found somewhere. It actually creeps me out because it sounds like it's whispering sometimes. Take it, please. Anyway, thanks again for your help. Thank you. So he gave us 2 rewards. He gave us the Solakian amulet, which gives bright eyes and also more spirit and resist lights. It's basically the same as the dark amulet that we have already. And also he gave us another item, which is where are they? I think, yeah, they're right here. So we have dream stones in this game. Yeah, 17 of them in the game, and we have to do quests in the game to collect all of them because it's part of the 100% completion. And we also get it in the artifact section because of dream stones. So dream stones are just people recording their thoughts and inner dialogue, and then they are recorded in these little orbs, and then you can listen to the orbs. And then you can listen to people's inner dialogue. So we get some side story, or I mean, some backstory for some characters through those orbs. So we're gonna probably listen to those orbs at the very end of the game when I have all of them. Let's go back to Lizardland, as he put it. Alright, there isn't much left to find here. I want to go to this door, or room though. Here we have the library with a lot of books. This door is sealed with powerful magic. You can't open it or bash it down. Yeah, I think only the chieftain can go there. But we have this dude again, Clavis. Ah, hello again, my friends. I see you still live. Well, living is something I do a lot of the time, yes. I haven't grown out of it just yet. Splendid. Libraries are interesting things, are they not? This one is full of all kinds of knowledge that I find quite fascinating. I'm reading about the history of these 2 temples in order to find out more about the state of the balance here throughout the ages. In all that I read, all conflict is caused by a lack of balance, a disturbance of keystones. Wars waged when rulers die without an heir, driving the societies to ruin. And then there are the crystals. Ah, the crystals. The strongest keystones of them all on this little world. But I shall spare you of my rambling for now. Leave an old man to his stories, won't you? Yes. So you can read about a lot of stuff in this library. I'm not going to do that, but you can if you want to. And this is the last, like, side thing. First Officer Lykel, are you a human, me old sport? Looks like it seems so, if I do say so myself. Amazing that. We don't often see other humans. Too bad you're not a sexy girl though. We could all do with a shag. How about her, the blonde one? Excuse me, but who the hell are you? No? Oh well, worth a shot. But well, old boy, I'm First Officer Billy G. Lykel of the, wait, scrap that, me chipmunk. It's none of your business. It's just, let's just say I'm a priest and be done with it. As I say, me old withered sausage, we don't often come across other humans. We care little about talking to you, however, but we could use your help in a trivial little matter if you're heading through here anyway. You see, my spaghetti dumpling, we have a temple, I suppose you could say, deep in the Sandflow Caves. A temple which flies in space. I mean, metaphorically, because of the religious experiences we have in there, or something. My old gumboot. But our temple is broken and oh, forget that. No, wait, yes, that's it. Me old salamander's knucklebone. We lost a holy icon of some sort from our temple that only flies in space metaphorically, or used to, back when the captain was with us. I mean, high priest. We had this holy icon before, but would you believe it? A monster came and stole it right out of our very hands. I tell you, Miss Slithering Hunchback, we'd have taught it a lesson right there and then if our weapons hadn't all been destroyed when our temple crashed. I mean, oh, you make something up to explain that, Miss Slippery Cod's bollocks. Anyway, I'm getting sick of talking to you now, so I'll just get to the bloody point. Me rancid apple sundae. We asked the Reptoids to find the warped holy icon for us while they're looking for this, whatever they're looking for. But they're so, I can't even think of a word for it. Annoying though, because they refused, obviously. They said it wasn't important enough to divert their time towards. They just don't think like us, you see, me old crumpet case. But you do, sort of. So if you do happen to come across it while you're there, be a dear and bring it back, won't you, love? Know that I am a fair man, and I shall make it worth your while, my plump little man-child. Come back soon, okay? Kisses for luck. Mwah! Yes, we have to find some kind of holy icon for this weird guy. Alright, and this is where we need to go to find the Reptoid Chief. And he has his own music as well. Who are you? Blatantly evil Chancellor. I have no desire to speak to filth such as you. Away! Well, thank you. You came, human warriors. I have been considering your proposition. It is dishonorable for our tribe to ally directly with humans due to conflict in the past, and I, as chieftain of this village, am supposed to strictly uphold these ancient laws. However, there are times that calls for rules to be broken for the good of all. If I stubbornly insisted that we could handle this ourselves, then many of my kin could lose their lives. If I request that you eliminate this scourge yourselves, sirs, then that would be dishonorable of us. So I have decided that the best means of action is for me to personally join forces with you, warriors. I will recall my own warriors from the depths of the caves. Our party shall handle this alone. You seem like adventurers after all. You're more powerful and effective than all my warriors put together. Well, great, we're friends now, hurrah! We appreciate your cooperation, chieftain. What shall we refer to you as? My name is Slenk Slenal, 26th chieftain of Santusia. Right, okay, it's an honor to have you working with us, Slenk. Well, it is for all of us, an honor for you to be working with us. So now, let's go. Yes, my warriors report that the disruptive intruder headed deep into the Sandflow Caves. We must travel there. The caves are north of this village. While I'm gone, the village will still need to be watched over. As my most trusted advisor, blatantly evil Chancellor, I leave the care of our village in your capable hands. The power that is mine, I grant to you. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I will be sure to do a fine job of ruling this place while you're away, sir. Oh yes. I am glad to hear that. I will rest easy knowing that my village will be safe in the care of one as capable, trustworthy, and benevolent as yourself. Yes, before you go, sir, would you like a nice sparkling glass of this nice bubbling green wine? I promise you that it is not poison. No, thank you, blatantly evil Chancellor, for I have already imbibed my fill for the moment. But I thank you nonetheless for your generosity and for caring so strongly about my well-being. Drat it all to hell! That is, I meant to say, it is my pleasure to be of aid, sir. Now good luck on your travels. I will be praying for your good health. It is now time for us to depart then, to the Sandflow Caves. Yes indeed, Slank joins our party and we can now use him to fight with, and he is a very awesome character. He starts off with level 16, so 1 level higher than Charlotte and Donovan. He is obviously a physical attacker, also starts off with the same equipment that he had from the battle we were in, and has actually mastered a few things already. Wait, no, that's Mardek. Scratch that, he hasn't mastered anything, fuck. Alright, what can he do though? He can do Fire Breath, as we saw in the battle, as the only magic attack or only action skill that he has. He can also get damage plus 10% from his axe. No physical defense reactions for at the moment, and he has Dragon's Blood, which is also already mastered, which gives 20% resistance bonus to poison, numbness, sleep, and paralysis, because he is of a dragon descent, I guess. Let's go and find some useful items for Slank, why don't we? And we already have an axe for him that he can use, which is the Sun Axe. Now the Sun Axe is stronger than the Great Axe. It's got 34, this one is got 35, but it's also got damage plus 20 and is light elemental instead of which is just physical. So given that, we need to master the damage plus 10% first though. That is the only weapon I can use. We have another Great Axe. I can just sell that actually, because we don't need 2 of them. Other than that though, he can't use shields, I think, because he has a 2-handed weapon. And he can use heavy armor like Mardek can. Yeah, this kind of smells like another grinding session, but not like immediately. Give it a helmet as well. The kettle hat is the best helmet I can use for now. What should I start with though? I think I should start with evasion, because evasion is very, very powerful, as we've seen. When it comes to held items though, he should probably have the air pendant on from the start. Alright, so we start off with the air pendant and the onyx ring to give him immunity to blindness, because he's a physical attacker, as well as more air elemental resistance to magic, and also the bandit leather for evasion. And I'm gonna give him antibody and locomotion, and damage minus 20%, 10%, damage soak 10, insomnia, and damage minus 10%, and damage minus 10%. Wait, that's the same as this one, isn't it? Yes, it is. I don't need both. And then also the damage minus 20% and damage soak 20. All of those are very, very good. Let's all enable those things. With that being done, I want to end the episode right here. So I'm gonna go and talk to all the reptoids in the village and put it at the end of the video for your pleasure. And I might even read the library books as well if you want some more lore. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Mardek, and I really hope you want to join me in the next episode as we go through the Sandflow Caves to find this mysterious intruder and also the sand fruit and that holy icon that Lykel was looking for. And maybe other loot as well, who knows, and other new enemies as well. Well, that being said, thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and bye-bye for now. I bet you think you're the only humans in this village. You are wrong. Some other humans have been living here for a long time. They're weird, but so are all you humans. You don't even have tails. That's disgusting. I don't know if this is the only village of reptoids in the world. It could be, or it could not be. I've never been far away. More humans? Why must you humans keep crawling down to our quiet little village? We never bother you, sirs, so we'd appreciate it if you would leave us alone too. I'm naked! Yes, the village will be just as you left it when you return, Effendi. There seem to be records stored here about the village and about its inhabitants. It seems that each reptoid has their own personal family file containing the exploits and statistics of various warriors, young and old. There seems to be centuries of history here. This bookshelf contains the personal journals of many chieftains, including Slank. It'd be an invasion of privacy to even read a word of them. It's time to read some bookshelves. Lifewood. There is a forest somewhere, rich in life. It has been said that spending time in this forest ceases the aging process due to the sheer amount of ambient vitality, yet it is not a wise idea to plan to live there, as abundant life means abundant danger for the unwary. The forest, the lifewood, grows around the Temple of Earth. The earth crystal within is what gives the forest its vivacious enchantment. One of the most notable things about the lifewood is its strong connection with the dream realm. While a copy of all parts of the material world exists within that sliver of a realm between this world and the next, the imitation is fragile, foggy, and vague. Objects appear and disappear, or just never are or were, if there is insufficient thought to conjure them up. The abundance of life in the lifewood creates an abundance of false life in its oniric counterpart, creating a vivid environment known by a distinct name, the Dreamwood. If you possess the ability to dreamwalk, you really should visit there at least once. It's amazing! The crystals. The elemental crystals were created by the deities to serve as organs for the planet. They were crafted by the elemental deities. Volkos forged the fire crystal, Chrysosunna forged the water crystal, Hook forged the air crystal, Krugum forged the earth crystal, Ariandine forged the light crystal, and Shumbra forged the dark crystal. A world is formed by a creator deity such as Yellort, who asks Solak permission to use a star, forms an ethereal crystal as a doorway for souls and the heart of the world, and convinces the elemental deities to each bequeath a crystal for their respective natural and moral elements. Worlds without life do not require the moral crystals, however. Using the power of these elemental crystals, the deity is able to erect mountains, flood basins to form oceans, create an atmosphere, fill the world's veins with magma to give it heat. Once the world is forged, the crystals are housed away in elemental temples, yet retain much of their power. Mortals who seek them out can use them to achieve a fragment of the god's power. As such, they are highly sought by heroes and villains alike. The Lost Monastery. There is a tale of a Yellortan monastery that once existed in the Lifewood, where priests came to pray to Yellort and meditate for hopefully eons free from the warriors of sentience. It seemed ideal, isolated, enchanted, an aura of calm peace perfect for prayer, but their dream was shattered when a rock fell from the sky. They thought that Yellort had given them this gift as a way of thanks for their piety, and took it back to the monastery, where they put it on a pedestal out of appreciation. Priests took up a habit of praying near the stone in order to get closer to their god. In time, however, the priest began to not praying near the stone, using it as a conduit, but praying to it as an idol. It is said that this angered Yellort, and this may very well be true, as over time the priests succumbed to a baleful madness, and their monastery was lost forever, swallowed by the woods that they once called home. Thus, idolatry became to be known as a sin against the Omni-Dragon. Dreamstones. Thoughts and dreams are born in the dream realm, a segment of the lower astral, the Fig realm. There they remain eternally, once created. The brain merely acts as an interpreter of sorts, the control panel with which the immaterial mind controls the corporeal shell. Though the dream realm is distinct from the material realm, they overlap, with the dream realm being like a sort of astral film over the top of all that physically exists. As such, on occasion, mind stuff, thoughts, can leak from the dream realm and into the material. Unable to exist as pure thought, it crystallizes into a physical form as a perfectly smooth gem-like orb, a dreamstone. These stones contain a copy of the thoughts or dreams of a living creature and can be accessed by a mind close to the one from which the crystallized thoughts originated, if the person holds the orb in their hands and concentrates. This allows them to be witness to secret, private thoughts or real events in which they did not actually take part. The Dream Shrine. There is a mysterious shrine deep within the Dreamwood which exists only in the Dream Realm in place of the Earth Temple. It seems to be made of what looks like turquoise crystal, and signs suggest it is devoted to dreamstones. Little is known about it. It seems to have a purpose, but any dreamwalkers who investigate it report that it doesn't seem to respond to anything that they do. Miasmal chalices. The miasma that makes up the body of monsters is essentially just raw elemental essence, left over from the creation of the world. The type of energy determines their element. Being energy as it is, it can be stored and put to use. An ancient civilization seems to have designed the means to do just this, using devices known as miasmal chalices. They attract the energy of dying monsters and store it as pure, usable, magical energy. The nature of monsters. Monsters are not alive. Realizing and accepting this clears up a whole lot of tricky ethical issues. It really does. They have no souls, no minds. They are merely belligerent phantasms conjured up by chaotic residue left over from the creation of a world. Deities aren't perfect, which is known as miasma. Miasma is invisible, undetectable without the correct magical means, yet it is from where all monsters are born, fully grown in an instant, whenever you aren't looking. It's why they seem to appear out of thin air as you wander around. This is actually what happens. Monsters are formed when the miasma is agitated by the negative thoughts of a living mind. New species of monster are born on occasion when minds have a particularly strong effect over the miasma. Monsters do not think or feel, and they have no internal perceptions. Though they physically exist as real creatures would, they are merely illusions, plain and simple, and when they expire, they simply fade and return to the miasma from whence they came. As such, you should worry not about doing away with them. They only exist to cause torment and are born from your mind anyway. You're doing an injustice by letting your mental rubbish incarnate run free to terrorize others. Resurrection. If a living being dies, the soul lingers in the body for a short duration, generally up to about a day. The exception is when the body is broken beyond repair, in which case the soul leaves instantly. If the soul is still in the body, light elemental resurrection magic can be used to restore the creature to life. However, if the soul is gone, the only way to bring the creature back is via the dark arts of necromancy. Most necromancy merely involves animating a corpse with a pseudo-soul made of energy inside it. They have no minds and are not beings. These are the common skeletons and zombies that you see wandering around in crypts as feral remnants from experiments or battles long past. However, it is possible to use necromancy to draw a soul to a body, bringing it to life. It can either be the body that the soul left, or a different soul and body entirely. Both are possible. This type of magic tends to be forbidden and difficult to cast, however. There are few who can pull off such a feat. Wraiths. Some creatures don't have bodies or of flesh and bone, but of pure etheric matter, soul stuff, ectoplasm. Call it what you will. These creatures are known as wraiths. They could be described as sentient undead in a way, yet they live lives just as we do, only with different needs and stages and so on. There is rumored to be a village of wraiths somewhere watching over the Aether Crystal, but not much is known of this. Elemental relationships. A response. You may have had the misfortune of picking up and reading through a sordid tome entitled Elemental Compatibility, or maybe the similarly vile Elements and Breeding, both by some nitwit of a drunkard who claims to have authority on such matters. Bah! It's pure hogwash, idle speculation. How it got published is beyond me. There's just no truth at all to any of his unfounded ridiculous claims. Elements dictate nothing about us except our weaknesses in battle. That's all. Why, I once knew a lovely lady who I had quite a nice affair with, even though she was water and I was fire. True, it didn't last long at all, but the point is that it happened. Don't trust what you read in books, except this one. These theories are theories and nothing more. What element you are does not decide how or what you can fall in love with. Humans! You may have come across the bones of one of these soft, pink-skinned mammals in your travels and found them to be quite brittle. This is because these odd, surface-dwelling creatures evolved so feebly that they have to rely on their wits, not their strength, to survive. This focusing on the mind has put them all at the forefront of civilization building and inventing, which generally tends to give them a superiority complex. They think that they are the only race that matters, that they are versatile and capable of anything, and that they are simply the best creatures on the planet. If you ever see one, give it a kick on its tailless rear end for me, won't you? Fairies, elusive, tiny magical creatures, fae, nature spirits. They live in forests, they speak only in haiku, often mischievous. The Crystal Tyrants. The history of Belfin is a rich tapestry of peace and misery, a chessboard patchwork of the moral elements, you could say. There are times of great cooperation and artistic expression where civilization thrives, yet they seem to be balanced out by times of sheer tyranny when it wasn't safe to be outside, or inside for that matter. Many of these times of utter torment are occasions when an evil soul takes it upon himself to achieve world domination. While these sorts are a copper a dozen, lurking down every back alley and in every spooky-looking house, occasionally one of them actually succeeds and rules with an iron fist of dread. 9 times out of 10, their ascension comes about via the acquisition of the elemental crystals of the world. These mighty deific artifacts can empower a wielder, and with each additional crystal, their power grows even stronger. Though they have homes in the elemental temples, it is not uncommon for them to be wrenched from the rest to either heroic or megalomaniacal ends, either to stop villains or become them. The vile souls who enslave the world using the power of the crystals have come to be known as the Crystal Tyrants. Their reigns have varied in length, and invariably come to an end at the hands of an assorted bunch of ragtag heroes who put aside their differences and learn the true meaning of friendship and teamwork. Baron von Doomkill. When reading records of the life, times, and personalities of the various crystal tyrants that Belfin has seen in its long and bloody history, you tend to find that you're seeing a lot of repetition. They all sound very much the same. They like to wear dark garments, monologue about their schemes, rant madly about how they want to take over the world. They have the distinct but unfortunate inclination to taunt rather than kill heroes, which is often the cause of their downfall. Baron von Doomkill was no exception to the rule. He was a tower of a man, tall, broad, and strong, and liked to dress in dark armor with skulls all over it. His sadism was well known, and his minions plentiful. Typically, he dwelt in a dark, stormy castle at the top of a dark, stormy peak. He seized the crystals and ruled the world for a decade before meeting his end at the hands of one Placid Stoat, a plucky teenage farm boy who went on a grand adventure to stop the tyrant after he foolishly destroyed the boy's dear peasant village. With an eccentric bunch of eccentrics he'd met along the way accompanying him, the hero was able to defeat the villain and return the world to peace once more, despite the fact that said villain had all the world's crystals, and they, well, didn't. Such is the power of friendship and love, that all that happy stuff that people frolic in fields about. The not at all good Baron, being by the book sort of chap, swore before being banished to a void or what have you, that this was not the end of him, and that he would return one day. Whether or not he will remains to be seen. When the planet was forged, it was without civilization or artifactual constructions. It was but a raw, earthy sphere, ripe for life. However, despite the fact that there were no living creatures upon the face of Belfin, there were the elemental temples. They were built by the gods to house the elemental crystals, and are much the same today as they were at the beginning. They are maintained by the elemental deities to some degree, so that they are never destroyed. If they fall, they rise once more, almost instantly. The Fire Temple was built at the heart of a volcano, Crimson Peak, the ideal place for the heart of fire. The Water Temple rests at the bottom of a lake. The Earth Temple can be found deep within the forest of life. The Air Temple floats above the clouds, a portal on the ground connects to it. Around the Light Temple, an early human settlement grew, eventually erecting a castle around their most precious of relics. The Dark Temple once served as a gathering point of the vile and unjust, and a pilgrimage destination for those with evil dreams, but has since been lost beneath the shifting sands of a mountain that was dissolved with magic from a dark crystal tyrant. Ironically, there is rumored to be a 7th temple of the 7th element, Aether, yet nobody knows anything about it. It is rumored to be guarded by wraiths. What an interesting world this is. It's like looking into the past in a way, except different. Never thought I'd be stuck here though, but oh well, I'm sure we'll get home one day, mumble. Oh, hello there, complete stranger. Oh wow, you're a knight or something, right? Straight out of the fairy tales and history textbooks. Our captain always loved that swords and sorcery sort of lifestyle too, you know. When we got stuck here, he even valiantly went out into the world to help with the repairs, bringing just his sword and his passion with him. It's been a long time since he left though. Hope he's not dead. That would be a big political mess when we get back, for sure. Anyway, now that I've talked to you about all sorts of mysterious things that you hopefully don't understand, Sir Knight, I'd like you to please leave me be, for I am trying to read. Oh, and forget everything I said too. That'd be wise. Ugh, being grounded is a pain. I'm getting all jittery. Don't know how much longer I can take it. Who are you people? Strangers, but human. Oh well, there is nothing to see here, just a bunch of insane men living with lizard folk for perverse sexual reasons, probably. It's best that you don't listen to anything that the others say. Anything mysterious or strange that they say is just their madness, so don't worry about it. You're alone in the universe, so get on with your petty little lives. Go, shoo! I get this strange feeling about you. You seem oddly familiar in many ways. I've met other humans on this planet, but you give off different energies. Your stature also seems a tad atypical, yet familiar. Curious. Could you please show me your eyes for a moment? I'd like to do a little test, if you don't mind. Unfortunately, good sir, that would not be wise. Strange voice. Unexpected, but why won't you show me your eyes? Religion. Yes, my religious beliefs. It is customary to hide your eyes, and showing them to someone would be more intimate than copulating with that person, so it's forbidden. I am strictly religious. I see. Never mind then, sir, but you do intrigue me. Are you sure you're from around here? You actually sort of remind me of our captain. Oh, other humans! This is so strange. We've been stuck down here in this cave for ages with all these reptoids who, though nice, rather lack the social skills of we humans. Too bad you're likely just adventurers passing through, and you're not from, not like us. But hey, if you're passing through the Sandflow caves, maybe you'll come across our temple thing, or whatever it is we're pretending it is. We've been trying to repair the thing for ages, coming back and forth between there and here, and over the last few years, we've made good progress. There's just one part we're missing. I really hope the captain brings it back, but he's been gone so long. I have no idea why I'm telling you this though, oh strange knight fellow and chums. I suppose I'm just so glad to see other humans again. Wow! You don't have it yet, my opposable thumbtack. Don't keep me waiting. I get angry when I'm waiting. What do you mean you didn't even describe it to us? Shut up with your sass, or I'll swear I'll swear at you! Blah!